Hey guys, happy Saturday to everybody. I wanted to come on because I decided I need to do something that makes me happy. And I'm trying to re-find the joy in this hobby, and I'm struggling. I shared that with you in my last video, and I was just being honest. Listen, I tend to talk out my feelings. It's just how I deal with things most of the time. So I work through things, and you guys were beyond awesome because your responses and your comments were so helpful, and I appreciate them so much. However, I did, apparently there were some folks or a couple folks, not a lot, but a couple people that were seriously annoyed by the fact that I would dare come on my channel, and share my thoughts. And apparently I was viewed as being whiny, being repetitive, because I talk about the same things over and over again, which I find really funny because I actually haven't talked about what I shared in the last video of how I'm feeling at all, actually. I mean, I've talked about the chargeback or the chargebacks, plural, because there's more than one, because I want to warn people, and I find that I hadn't actually ever talked about chargebacks or my feelings on them. I've watched a couple of my friends go through some really horrific chargeback situations, and never once ever even shared my opinion in video or on my channel. I've never even talked about it until I experienced it, and feel like it's very important to put the information out to people so that they can be forewarned. I'm actually going to stop using, and have stopped using, for selling, receiving payment whatsoever with PayPal. I'm just not going to use them because they don't protect me. The only update I have on the chargebacks, by the way, are that PayPal received all of my documentation, and they are working on it, and they explained to me that they still have not had any movement on it. I actually got, this week, I got an email for both of the chargebacks stating that they are working on it and they're going to fight to get my money back, but it ultimately is in the hands of the credit card company. The credit card company has not stated that there was any cancellation to the chargebacks, as the person who did the chargebacks keeps telling me, but, proof is in, the outcome. If they had been canceled, like she said, we would have had a resolution by now. It doesn't take this long. So the fact of the matter is that it's a shitty thing to do to people. It's theft. Bottom line is it's theft, because ultimately I'm not only out my money, I'm also out, I don't have the outfits. Most people, if, I was talking to a friend of mine about this, and she brought a good point, most people that are innocent, and if something really odd really had happened and their account was hacked or whatever was hacked, because I don't know which, because the story's changed so much, then you would provide proof. I keep asking, send me something that says your bank sees that that you've been hacked, or that you've canceled the chargebacks. Banks have to, credit card companies have to send you some sort of correspondence to show that they are working on it. There's documentation. It's not as if they don't send you anything, or if your PayPal account was hacked, because that was the initial excuse. Then show me some evidence that says that you've reached out to PayPal and they're working on it, and they acknowledge that you've had some strange activity on your account. There's got to be some proof somewhere. Nothing has ever been sent to me. Nothing. So everything in my being is telling me she's full of shit. And I don't like people, one, who lie. I try my best to always move forward and offer, I give the benefit of the doubt until people really start to freaking insult my intelligence. Common sense has to come in, and I'm sorry, but none of it adds up. Then I can't believe what you're saying. Being honest is one of the things that when people are dishonest, it kills me. It makes me very angry. It's, shady. I don't know. And then when you throw excuse after excuse after excuse out there, and they're all different, you can't remember the last one to even listen, I actually even went back through all of the emails, because there's a whole bunch of them that she has sent me with all of her many excuses. And I'm even more confused reading through them all in order than I was when I originally got them one by one. None of it adds up. None of it makes sense. And I can whine about it till the cows come home, because I'm the one essentially being affected by it. So if anybody doesn't like hearing about it, they can simply click off of this video. I will share my feelings on my channel because it's my right to do so. But also, it is important to inform other collectors out there of what the pitfalls can be in this hobby. It is how the hobby has been for me the whole time I've been in it. Since the day I started, we look out for one another. I will always look out for other collectors, because I don't ever want someone to have to go through what I'm dealing with right now. It sucks. It's absolutely sucking the joy out of this hobby for me. I'm literally so sick and tired of it. And I am able to share that. If it helps just one person not get scammed, then my job is done. And that's truly how I feel about it. I do not want someone else to go through what I've been through. It's just, nobody should have to deal with that. It's just, it's theft, So anyways, I'm going to put this knitted outfit on Monroe. I just had to let that out, because I wish I had kept it, and it kills me that I didn't take a screenshot before I deleted, because it was such a ridiculous message, and it came in through Instagram. So obviously the person didn't feel the need to leave the comment on my channel, but she decided to go over to Instagram and then tell me what a piece of shit I am for basically saying I'm causing all the drama in our doll community. It's like, have you not watched any of my videos? 99.99999%. I keep it positive. I've always kept my channel positive. I don't play into the drama. I don't even react to the drama. I don't respond. It's just how I've been. And so to point a finger at my channel and say how I am nothing but negative blows my mind. I hope this person is watching, because she'll know who she is, because it was quite a long message to tell me how pretty much my friends sucked. And what else? We're repetitive. We all are we're all a bunch of shit stirrers. These are my words, because I didn't keep a copy of it. I just deleted because I laughed and thought it was so ridiculous. That we just keep things going, and I should just leave the community if I'm not happy. It's like, well, gee, thanks. I wonder how long you've been around for. But ultimately, I find some of the comments really, really funny. And then sometimes because I've been struggling, I'm in a funny place right now where those comments, they pissed me off. I'll just state that for the record. And I just think it's really funny for someone to point a finger at me as if I've been a drama starter. Clearly it's not someone that watches my channel regularly, because then you would know that drama's not something that I even entertain on my channel. And talking about the chargebacks, that's not drama. That's real life, and that's scary stuff, because we all put ourselves out there to sell items. And, I'm thinking of people that will be selling their dolls. That's really in the back of my mind where my biggest worry is that people will be selling dolls and people can do chargebacks on anything through PayPal. It's crazy. So I'm finding other ways to receive money for items that don't involve PayPal, because PayPal does not have your back. They used to. PayPal used to be great. You sent, money that you didn't see the chargebacks that you see now. And now it's just such a common thing. I'm just disgusted by the fact that they just don't protect me. I've been with PayPal since PayPal was first started. That's how long I've been using them, and they've made a lot of money on me. Every big doll purchase went through PayPal, and I paid fees on those dolls, okay? Because I've always done the goods and services. I was never one that, said, you have to pay me, friends and family. I just never did that because I didn't believe in it. because I wanted everybody to be comfortable, protected, and I was willing to pay the fees for protection for whether I was the buyer or seller. But not anymore. I don't feel safe with PayPal any longer. Like, I'll purchase things and use my PayPal account, but that's probably going to be the end of it. But I don't trust to receive things and receive money using PayPal only. It's just not a good idea. So yeah, of course I'm going to share that with you. And the reason why I'm putting her in a nice little knitted outfit is because it got cold last night. Like, we had beautiful weather yesterday. It was sunny and like 78, 79 degrees, almost 80 degrees. It was gorgeous yesterday. But overnight, fall hit again, and we dropped down into the 30s, and it got very, very cold. And even though she was in a sleeper, I just wanted to put something, cozy. I love these knits from Menudas, and this was purchased from the Children's Salon. It's a beautiful brand of knits, and I have the matching light pink blanket and a whole, like, all the sets. Like, there's like 3 different type of sweater tops. I have the footless leggings. I have the bloomers that are knitted, all from this brand and all this color. I love this color. And I just wasn't feeling the frilly collar onesies underneath this, so I just put her little personalized onesie just because it's a plain onesie, and I think it will work. And just to have a nice little undershirt on underneath this, because it's just so cold. It's so cold, you guys. And yes, I'm patting down her hair because generally I don't tend to brush her hair a whole lot. I just pat it down. But, it's perfect weather outside for cozy, warm sets. I love cozy, warm sets on my babies. Like, I think I've said this like 1,000 times. Maybe not 1,000, but I've said it a lot. That even though I hate winter in general, I'm not a winter person. I love winter clothing for my babies because it's so soft, so cuddly, and it just makes you want to pick up the baby and just, cuddle with them when they have nice knitted wear and, winter outfits and things on. I love. And I'm going to put a headband, a pink one. It's not going to be matching, but I think that it's a nice accent. I think that'll work. I don't know. It's not, things don't have to match. They can just be an accent, complementing. And pinks of all colors, as long as they're not totally clashing, I think is fine. And I struggle with headbands because I hate when certain headbands mess up the baby's hair. It drives me crazy. I don't like when it looks like the hair's all funky. And that happens with living babies too. It's not like it's just these dolls, but I like to make sure the hair is just how it's supposed to be. It's a struggle there. I think it's okay. But that always drives me crazy because I don't like their hair being messed up. It's that OCD that is in me. It's just one of those things that I struggle with. That's why I'm always patting down her hair. So there. She's all cuddly. And these are beautiful because it's a nice fine knit, so it's not bulky. Some of the things that I purchased for her before I didn't care for. And that was simply because I didn't like the bulkiness of it, because bulky, thick knits, they just look, I don't know, on smaller babies, they just overtake them. I don't know. I just don't care for thicker, bulkier, knitted, outfits, rompers, like long leg rompers type of thing. And see, this is going to bother me until I can fix her hair underneath it. Oh, Monroe, the struggle is real. All right. Let's see if I can get this how I want it. God. Do you guys fuss like this with your dolls, or do you not care? I wish I didn't care. I wish it didn't bother me if her hair was slightly messed up, but it does. But yeah, so I'm trying to find the joy. One of the things I'm thinking I need to, start looking at adding Reborns to my collection. I think that it'll kind of reignite the passion and enjoy another medium other than silicone, because silicones are so expensive, and the only ones that I like are going to be very, very high end, and they're out of my price range that I'm willing and able to spend at this point. But Reborns are a definite way that I can do that. So I'm going to be on the lookout for a really nice Reborn. I've reached out to a couple of my friends and asked if they see anything, but I'm a bit out of touch with the Reborn world. I won't lie. You can ask me anything about silicone, and I can tell you tons about silicone, where to find all of the silicones, who the artists are. I can tell you pretty much how to find any silicone doll you would want. But Reborns I have had this disconnect with for a bit of time now, and I don't even know where to begin. I'm not even a part of a lot of Reborn like Facebook groups, or I don't know who the artists and people are to follow on Instagram. So I've got to kind of get in touch with the Reborn part of the hobby. And I know it sounds funny because I find myself to be quite knowledgeable in silicones, and I used to be more up to date on, Reborns, but I just haven't really been into Reborns for a period of time, for quite a while actually. And now I'm feeling like it's time to kind of rediscover them, but I'm picky and I want a really well done Reborn. So if anybody has any great suggestions out there, feel free to comment, if you see any available babies, or if you're selling any high end. And when I say high end, I mean like really well done, rooted hair only, let me know. I'm open to pretty much anything. Same thing my friends ask, or, what are you looking for? I'm like, I will know it when I see it. I don't have a preference for open or closed eyed. I need to rediscover that side of the hobby. And I think that will help renew my passion for the hobby. At least I'm hoping. And it'll get me out of this funk. And, I love Monroe, don't get me wrong. But, I've enjoyed her for more than 2.5 years. Is it more than 2.5 years? Let's see. Going on 2.5 years. About, tipping towards 2.5 years that I've enjoyed her. And I'm so blessed and lucky to have her. But I need some new faces, and how I go about it is, I'm unsure at this point, but something needs to change. Something needs to happen. It's important to make all attempts to rediscover the hobby and find that passion again, because if I don't, I'm going to leave the hobby, and I won't even I don't come on to make videos so that someone can feel bad for me or tell me or beg me to stay. It's not about that for me. It really the passion has to come from within and how I feel about it. And if it's not there, it's not there. And if it's, permanently gone, then it's permanently gone. But there's only one way to find out. And I think, a nice new Reborn would be great. I think it would be a great way to figure out where I'm at with the hobby. And maybe that's just where I need to go, in what direction of where I want my collection to go. But yeah, something's got to give, right? I'm going to explore all options, that's for sure, because, I'm not going to give up on the hobby without making sure that, I'm truly done with it. And I don't feel like, deep down, I feel like this is a phase, but it's a very long, drawn-out phase that I've been feeling this way. And then add the chargebacks on top of that. And there's just been some things that have been happening in my life, both in the hobby as well as outside of the hobby, that have kind of pulled me away from any interest in the hobby. And I need to rediscover how to get back to the point where I was. I've been here a long time, and the thought of not being a part of the doll community would be really weird for me, but I also have to be honest with you guys, and I'm not going to sugarcoat how I feel about things just to keep it, light and fluffy on my channel. It's called honesty. And sometimes being honest and open can be a little ugly at times, and it's not always pretty, and it's not always comfortable and that sort of thing, and I'm okay with that. Sometimes other people aren't, and that's okay too. We all feel how we feel, and I'm a person that likes to talk about things and talk them through. And I consider you guys my friends, so of course I want to talk about it. And I love to hear people's feedback, because I know there's a lot of people who have been through this. It's not just me. We all go through different things, and I always find it helpful to talk about it. It's just me. It's just how I am as a person. But anyways, I'll stop rambling because I'm at like 20 minutes almost. So anyways, guys, I hope you're having a great start to your weekend. Monroe is all set for the day, and she's so cuddly. I love her in this. And I will probably start my search for a new Reborn. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know. I'm definitely open to anything that's of high end, that's rooted hair, that's beautiful. You know, I'm picky. I won't lie. I'm not going to just choose any just to have one. It's just not how I work. And I know that people are going to recommend, have a doll made. I'm exploring that option as well, but I also know me, and waiting for a custom is hard for me. It always has been. It's very hard to follow through with that because I'm more of an instant gratification girl, and I want to see the doll, know I love it, and be done with it. You know, see a doll, find a doll available, buy the doll, and be done. That's how I work. You know, I don't like to drag things out, and waiting for customs, it's not always gone well for me. So ready, able, available dolls is what I'm looking for. So anyways, I'm going to let you guys go. I appreciate anybody that stayed to the end, and I noticed on my last video, there were definitely a few that noted they stayed to the end, so I appreciate the fact that you guys do, and I love you for it. So enjoy your day, guys, and Monroe and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.